And how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest gaming news. Today I want to give you my thoughts on the recent official Fallout Amazon TV series announcement. Now, this announcement was made back on July 2nd, about a week from the time that I uploaded this video, so I'm definitely not the first channel to report on this information. But that was by design, actually, because I wanted to give the situation just a few more days to continue on, just in case there were any more announcements or anything like that, and that way I could try to do my own investigations to see if there is anything else that I could dig up as well. Today I'll be breaking down everything there is to know about this official Fallout Amazon series, and I'll give you my opinion on it as well as what I hope to see from the series as well. Now, this adventure begins over on Twitter back on July 2nd. Literally, like out of nowhere, with no prior teases or anything, the official Fallout Twitter account tweeted this. A short teaser video which aligned perfectly with what we would expect from a teaser video of a future Fallout game, because it looked just like the teaser videos from previous Fallout games. This video begins right away by showing the Amazon Studios logo, which was a smart move in my opinion by Bethesda, because imagine if it didn't. People would have immediately recognized this as being some kind of Fallout teaser, and they may have immediately expected it to be some kind of new game related announcement. That would have been bad. The Desperate may have even initially confused this as being some kind of Fallout 5 teaser as well, but luckily that didn't happen. Bethesda wanted to focus that hype in the right direction, and this precision paid off in my opinion. Everyone knew right away this was going to be a new show and not a game, and even though you would expect the community to kind of freak out about something not being a game coming from Bethesda Game Studios, the reception was actually overall positive. The video continued on by showing the Kilter Films and Bethesda Game Studios logos respectively. There wasn't much to see in this video because it was just a teaser. However, seeing the Bethesda Game Studios logo listed in the intro to a TV series is kind of different, but not a bad thing to be honest. And before people start losing their minds over this, breaking their fingers, typing up negative stuff down in the comments, no, this will not affect the release date of future Bethesda Game Studios games in like any way, shape, or form. The devs over at Bethesda Game Studios are still focusing on making games because that's their skill set. Making a video game is different than making a TV series, so they can't just like pull developers off of the games that make this series. So this Fallout Amazon TV series isn't going to take away from game development at all. Todd Howard will help develop the series a bit though, but he will no doubt most likely still spend the majority of his time developing actual games. A short time after this teaser video went up, Bethesda put up this little article over on their website. The article begins by saying, "Fallout is one of the greatest game series of all time. Each chapter of this insanely imaginative story has cost us countless hours we could have spent with family and friends." That's kind of a weird way to put it, but they go on by saying, "We're incredibly excited to partner with Todd Howard and the rest of the brilliant lunatics over at Bethesda to bring this massive, subversive, and darkly funny universe to life with Amazon Studios." And this was said by Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan over at Kilter Films, and to be completely honest, I am not immediately familiar with Kilter Films because I honestly don't watch too many movies. It's not that I don't like watching movies, I just don't have much time apart from creating content and then trying to fit in any time to play video games. However, the community reception to this has been surprisingly positive for the main reason that Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Loy from Kilter Films actually created Westworld, the highly acclaimed HBO series. Westworld is set in a somewhat post-apocalyptic setting, complete with some heavy Institute vibes as well. With that in mind, I feel like this Fallout series could actually have some legit potential. And the Bethesda post goes on to say that over the last decade, we looked at many ways to bring Fallout to the main screen. Said Todd Howard, executive producer at Bethesda Game Studios, in case we don't know who he is already. He goes on to say, "It was clear from the moment that I spoke with Jonah and Lisa a few years ago that they and the team at Kilter were the ones to do it right. We're enormous fans of their work and we couldn't be more excited to work with them and Amazon Studios." And the article ends by saying Fallout is from Amazon Studios and Kilter Films in association with Bethesda Game Studios and Bethesda Softworks, with executive producers Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy and Athena Wickham for Kilter Films, Todd Howard for Bethesda Game Studios, and James Altman for Bethesda Softworks. And yes, you heard that right. Todd Howard is an executive producer on this series, meaning he will personally make sure that the series has all of those Fallout vibes and feels that we should expect. And normally when it comes to video game related TV shows, or especially video game related movies, I tend to not get very excited, like at all, as they usually are cringy at best. However, this may be the only case where I am genuinely excited for a video game TV series, and I'm actually expecting it to be decent, at least better than most people would probably expect from a video game TV series, and that isn't simply because Todd Howard is involved, although that is part of the reason. The main reason is also because the creators of HBO's Westworld are involved as well. This is a series that has received numerous awards already, and it has a very strong fan base and following, and at the same time, like I said earlier, Westworld indeed has some obvious Fallout vibes, complete with Institute-style androids, so if anyone would be able to pull off making a Fallout TV series, it would probably be these people. With all of these powers combined, with the power of Todd Howard's executive oversight and Fallout experience, and the power of Westworld's success and vision, and with that final power of unlimited Robert Altman money, I'd say all these ingredients, when combined just right, might be just what we need to finally have an actual decent video game TV series. And it is for these exact reasons combined that the hype is assuming direct control. For me, anyway, at least. Now, as to when we can actually watch this Fallout series, that is a totally different story. It is in very early pre-production right now, so don't expect anything to happen this year. This will probably be something that'll end up coming out next year, and yes, it is an Amazon exclusive, so you gotta buy into that Amazon empire in order to watch this. And I don't really like exclusivity, however. This isn't as bad as, say, console exclusivity in gaming, so it doesn't bother me quite as much. And when it comes to actors or actresses, I am not too knowledgeable, to be honest, and at the same time, I firmly believe that an actor or an actress that you never heard of who has no prior experience could do an amazing job, so I tend to leave my expectations open when it comes to cast-oriented speculation. Rockstar Games has shown us that people you never heard of could do amazing work, so just keep that in mind. Now, as for what I'd actually like to see from this series, first and foremost, I want it to not only be lore-friendly, but also to straight up be canon. I want it to take place in the same exact universe as the Fallout games, and it seems like that will be the case thus far, but I don't think anything regarding that has been confirmed quite yet. It has been confirmed to be live action and not animated though, and if it is lore-friendly and canon, that means that the game will most likely not take place in any of the regions from the previous games, as that would limit the creative freedom of the writers quite a lot, and would make the series be a lot more susceptible to a lot more judgment, as people would no doubt harshly compare the series' possible inaccuracies directly to the games. Instead, I expect to see somewhere new within the Fallout universe, somewhere familiar but not seen in previous games. I do expect it to have all those familiar Fallout things like Nuka-Cola, vaults and vault tech, notable weapons from the games, super mutants, and all of that fun stuff. After all, without any of what makes Fallout, well, Fallout, the series would no doubt just be another bland and generic post-apocalyptic TV series, and I truly believe they're trying to avoid that as much as possible, so don't worry. This series will obviously stand out as being set in the Fallout universe, and in my opinion, the series will most likely be awesome. Of course, I genuinely want to know what you want to see from this official Fallout TV series. Let me know what you'd like to see down in the comments below, and if your comment wins the internet, you may get featured in a future video. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy the content, and if you want to stay in the know when it comes to the latest gaming news, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on so you don't miss the latest uploads. Follow me over on Twitter for other news that doesn't quite make it into my videos, as well as channel updates, and check for links down in the description below for the official Skullzi merchandise site, the Skullzi Discord community chat server, the Skullzi Twitch channel, and if you want to have your hand in providing future content, there are links on how to be an exclusive channel member here on YouTube, over on Patreon, or Ko-fi as well. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when Pete Hines stars as Heat Pines, the antagonist of this Fallout series.